Now on the election edge, debate night in America.
We will make America great again.
I know we have a lot more to do. I'll be damned if I'm going to let Donald Trump be the reason to stop me.
Donald Trump and Joe Biden hit the stage. What you can expect and where you can watch. Doug Brimhall, the circuit court judge-elect, is facing some legal trouble. I'm recapping and telling you everything I know. Lastly, as the Supreme Court term comes to an end, what big ruling Brooklyn News is watching. Good afternoon, I'm Jackson Mitchell, and you're watching The Election Edge. It is a busy news day already. Let's start first with the legal trouble with Doug Brimhall, as the recent drama around circuit judge-elect Doug Brimhall is continuing as an investigation continues and is ongoing about an attack to a family or household member. In the March primary, the citizens elected Doug Brimhall to be the circuit court judge for the 2nd District that represents many counties here in Northeast Arkansas. And he is expected to be sworn in for the newly elected role in January. On May 7th, Doug Brimhall resigned from his position at the time as deputy prosecutor. That came as multiple news sources, including us here at Brooklyn News, began to learn that a reported altercation had occurred. That was with limited details, of course. Brooklyn News learning that a domestic incident occurred, according to the affidavit. On May 4th, 2024, Jonesboro officers responded to a domestic incident on Prestwick Circle following a report of an altercation. That Prestwick Circle in the Sage Meadow subdivision. The previous day, when the reported altercation was said to have happened, Douglas Brimhall returned home from the Jonesboro Country Club intoxicated and entered a room with his wife, later emerging in only his underwear. He then entered another room where the victim was sleeping, leading to a confrontation where he attempted to wake her, pouring water on her and verbally abusing her. The situation escalated when Brimhall broke a vehicle windshield and physically assaulted the victim, choking her until intervention from witnesses prompted him to retreat inside. Brimhall was arrested later based on witness statements and evidence of the victim's injuries. Brimhall charged with aggravated assault on a family or household member, a Class D felony punishable by up to 6 years in prison, and third-degree domestic battery, a Class A misdemeanor punishable by up to 1 year in prison. Brimhall was released 16 minutes after being booked, according to online records. That was according to the affidavit provided by the Jonesboro Police Department. Doug Brimhall's lawyer released a statement saying in part, quote, "It is important to point out that the probable cause affidavit is the police's version of the event. At this stage in the probable cause affidavit, the probable cause affidavit cannot be procedurally challenged even if we believe it to contain inaccuracies. At this point in time, 12 judges have recused themselves from the case. This comes as he is expected to appear in court on Friday at 8:30 a.m. I will be keeping up with this story. You can view the full affidavit and so much more at brooklynnews.wordpress.com.
I don't know who's going to come out as the victor. I don't know. Everyone loves Biden, though.
Hopefully Trump does well.
I think it's going to be a sandbox fight.
I think it's going to be a mess, to be quite honest.
Moving on now, the showdown as Donald Trump and Joe Biden are taking the debate stage in Atlanta, Georgia. In a debate hosted by CNN, simultaneously casted on multiple networks, we are expecting a lot. There are so many questions as voters are soon to head to the ballot boxes in November. We are expecting and hoping that those voters get their answers. Americans are facing many issues in this day and age, including inflation, immigration, and abortion. We assume that questions will be asked about all of those key topics. If you do not have any cable news network subscriptions, etc., you don't have to buy one. If you're able to go on YouTube and watch the CNN debate there, or you can go onto ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox, as they are all going to be simultaneously casting this. Follow all of my social media pages, though, on there on your screen there for minute-by-minute updates on what's going on in the debate. And my analysts, the debate will be held live at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. Turning now to the Supreme Court. As the term is coming to an end, it usually does end in the end of June, multiple opinions are being issued, as we have seen 3 opinion days this week. The first time that has been done in over 30 years, 3 decades. We are continuing to wait on a ruling on United States v. Trump that would determine if a president has immunity from something they did during their term in office. It could change a lot. There is also another ruling we are watching here at Brooklyn News that is about the law that many have been charged with that participated in the January 6th riot. Depending on the Supreme Court decision, those rioters could actually be free. Now, that is going to do it for me, though, on this edition of the Election Edge. Have a great afternoon. A high-stakes debate tonight. I hope you all tune in.